Now, I'm a firm believer that every able-bodied person in the world should be earning and making a living. It's the only way to become a productive member of society and actually do something with your life and not sitting around just doing nothing and being detriment to people. I think I've been working since I know ninth, 10th grade. I've had a job and, it's just what I've always been taught to do. But anyway, you got this video here, and this is, I believe, somewhere in Britain, in one of Britain country. And this woman is saying something that should be adhered to right here in the United States. Let's get into this.
A near record 2.8 million people out of work due to long-term sickness. Almost 1 million young people not in education, employment, or training, and millions more stuck in low-paid, insecure work. With all these problems, far worse in parts of the country, in the Midlands and the North, that were de-industrialised in the 80s and 90s, the very same places that have lower life expectancy and chronic poor health.
You can attribute that or kind of compare this to the United States, because if you think about like Detroit, California, Port Arthur, anything that has like ports or that had industrial uh, systems back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, like a lot of our black people, our people migrated from like the South, here in the South, and went to like Detroit, Chicago, California, because they had industrial, they had industries like car industry, like big thing in Detroit or whatever, Michigan. And then all these jobs were eventually like, shipped off overseas and stuff. So now you have like poverty stricken areas. And they have like she's saying, the place that she's at, like poor health, chronic illnesses and stuff. This all goes hand in hand. So it ain't just a problem over here in America. So again, while you're watching this video, think about the United States. It's the same thing. Westernized societies.
Areas which the party opposite repeatedly promised to level up.
Sound like the Democrat Party, right? Promised to level up.
But repeatedly failed to deliver. And the result is an economic, but above all, social crisis, paid for in the life chances and living standards of people right across this country, and by a benefits bill for sickness and disability that is set to rise £26 billion by the end of this Parliament. And the reason we have ended up here is the failure of members opposite to create good jobs in every part of the country, to deliver on the NHS, and to properly reform welfare. But under our government, this will change, with new opportunities, matched by the responsibility to take them up. Because under this Labour government, if you can work, you must work. Madam.
She said, if you can work, you must work. That should be the sentiment of every able-bodied person in the world. Now, she's talking about the old government. Like I say, we can correlate that, or compare that to the Democratic Party that we're about to be from under, promising, making all these promises. Well, not really making promises to Black Americans, but just saying, hey, they have our back because we had their back. And then Joe Biden gets in office and everyone gets benefits, illegal migrants come in, they get benefits, jobs, housing, cars, money, everything they need to get started, while you have Americans in this country who are below or at the poverty line, homeless, got mental health issues. And it seems like the funding for that has been stripped away. So hopefully when Donald Trump and the rest of his cabinet and the Republican, legislator and Congress gets in office in January, hopefully things will change for the better. I mean, that's what we're looking for, because it's like we're tired of dealing with this current regime, and there's people like, well, why would you vote for a guy who they always bring it to felons? And I just cringe. I just like look at that like, man, shut up. Again, like I said, all them charges and everything he has going to be dismissed because it shouldn't have been brought out anyway. See, they brought it out to make you think that, well, hey, he's a problem. He's a felon. He's been doing this. So you can't vote for him. But in reality, the majority of them charges, if he was like a regular person, they would never been brought out. They just trying to keep him off the ballot. And that's one thing they're not talking about. But anyway, like I said, hopefully they get into office and people say, why would you vote for somebody like that? Well, again, we see what we got. And when the back is up against the wall, you got to take a chance because you know what you're not going to get with the current regime. So why not try something different?
Madam Deputy Speaker, our white paper brings in 3 major reforms. First, we will create a new jobs and careers service, overhauling job centres from a one-size-fits-all service that overwhelmingly focuses on administering benefits into a genuine public employment service, providing personalised support for all. Today, I can announce we will bring job centres together with the National Careers Service in England, beginning with a Pathfinder early next year, backed with £55 million of initial funding. We'll work closely with mayors and local leaders to ensure our new jobs and careers service is rooted in local communities and properly joined up with local help and support. And we'll work closely with employers to develop the service too, because when only 1 in 6 businesses has ever used a job centre to recruit, this has got to change. For too many people, walking into a job centre feels like you're back in the 80s or 90s. So we will trial a radically improved digital offer using the latest technologies and AI to provide up-to-date information on job skills and other support, and to free up work coach time, and testing video and phone support too. Because in the 2020s, you shouldn't only have to go into the job centre every week or fortnight when you can have a job centre in your pocket. And because our frontline staff are our greatest asset, we'll develop the work coach and careers advisor professions, including by launching a new coaching academy. Madam Deputy Speaker, the second major reform is our new youth guarantee, so every young person is earning or learning. This comes alongside our commitment to provide mental health support in every school, our work experience and careers advice offer, and our plans to reform the last government's failed apprenticeship levy to give more young people the opportunities they deserve.
So yeah, I agree with everything she says. Look, you have to look the youth. Let's go talk about the youth. Like I said, I've been working since I was like 15, 16 years old. Easy. I know people who have jobs before then. Shit, I had a homeboy back in the day. This cat was working at McDonald's in junior high. Don't know how he did it. And this dude doing 40-hour work weeks in the summertime. But anyway, you got to keep these youngsters busy. Sitting at home, twiddling their thumbs, playing on electronic devices, or hanging out in the streets while mom and daddy out there working, trying to provide for them, and all they're gonna do is get in trouble. Eventually, that's basically what they're gonna do. Unless you give them something. They say the idle mind is the devil's workshop. You got to give them something to do. Think about the old days when mom and dad had kids, and they would say, "Hey, we got these kids, and we got this farm. We're gonna help around here, keep things running." So the kids wouldn't be in the house. So I remember being a kid and I used to stand with my grandma in the summertime. And I told y'all this story before. Get up early in the morning, go pick peas, or go get up and hang clothes on the line, or go. She had a garden in the back. Sometimes you go out there, feed the hog, or go out there and tend to the garden or whatever. You get up and your kids got to stay busy. That will lower your crime rate. Grown men, grown women. You got women now committing heinous crimes, but you got grown folk who ain't working and they able bodied, just sitting around doing nothing, being lazy, want somebody else to take care of, want the government to take care of them. Or your welfare system. I told you with that too. I got no problem with it if it's used and enforced correctly. Like you give them a 2-year period, and the only reason why I say 2 years because community college have 2-year programs, but you also got trade programs that's shorter than that, which give them 2 years of hey, you qualify for this program, you can get your food stamps, your Medicaid, will help pay for your housing, childcare. You have to be going to school and working. If you ain't doing that, then we cut it off. But at least go to school, learn a trade. We'll revisit it in 12 months and see where you at. Because sometimes things happen and it may put you back a little bit. Those things, that's life. But after 2 years, you have to be done complete at least 75 or 80% of a program. If not, we're gonna cut you off. And now we're gonna go put you, then we'll send you to the Job Corps or to a temp service so you can go get you a job, and we can revisit this in a couple of years or another year once you've been working for a year, and we'll see where you at. But thing about it is too, a lot of times the problem is grown people think you can't tell them nothing. People say, I'm grown, I can do what I want to. Yeah, and that's why you in the situation that you're in right now, because you're grown and can't nobody tell you nothing. But that's why we got government. That's why we got prisons for grown people in rules and regulations. So somebody is telling you to do something one way or another. It's just what what you choose to listen to. So let me see. She said about job programs. I know Dallas has like a summer job program that the mayor who has flipped to the Republican Party, left the Democratic Party, went to the Republican Party, but they had like job programs for like high school kids go to feel like, try to get a job. So those are things I remember when I was young, those are things that were big in, say in Dallas. But for some reason, it seemed like that stuff just goes by the wayside. What else? Like I said, still got the Job Corps, which they say some negative stuff about that, but hey, it's better than nothing, right? And like I say, temp services, or hell, even the military. Everybody's able. You can work, and the government has the money, because if they got money to send to like Ukraine and Russia and all that, we've been through this. We said this many times. They got money for illegal migrants and to send money, billions to send overseas. They got money to take care of their own people. I think that's what Donald Trump is really trying to do, is to make sure Americans take care of Americans first, no matter what the cost, because in the long term, it's going to benefit us a lot more than what we're doing now. Right now, we got a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, and it's weeping like a sun gun, and it's actually doing more than weeping. It is dripping, it's saturating. And so what we need to have done, we need surgery done to go in there, sew it up, fix it up, and and make it. It probably won't look like it did, like it originally did, but it damn sure look better than the way it's looking now. And what did she say? Oh, like she's talking about being able to look for jobs on the phone. Yeah, I mean, shoot, and using AI, you got to use AI. And I done said, you got to teach your kids about this, this AI, this blockchain, this chat GTP. They got to learn. They got to become engineers, computer software engineers, to learn this stuff, because that's where it's going. Because if not, you're going to get left behind. And this is it. No matter how old you are, how young you are, you've got to stay current with stuff like that. Because like I said, if not, you get left behind and you will remain in poverty, and you're always complaining about being, victims, that no one's giving you a chance to do this, that, and the third. But right now, nobody's stopping you. Like I said, I done taken some free classes or some cheap $50 courses online dealing with like blockchain and AI and stuff like that before. It's not that expensive to learn this stuff, and you can get like certifications saying you learned this and that, and you can use it and put it on a dang on resume and application. I mean, shoot, it's just like little things. You got to invest in yourself in order to get out of your situation. Nobody is stopping you from making a living. You may not can be rich and make millions of dollars and billions and be like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, but shoot, you can make a living. And that's what you should strive to be doing. Like I say, as an adult, here, like I say, as a kid and a teenager, they need to be out there making money. That's just it. But anyway, that's all I got for the story. Like I said, what she's saying is absolutely correct. If you can work, you know what I'm saying? If you able, you should be working. Period, point blank. There's no reason why able-bodied person should not be out here making a living, being productive member of society. Because again, if you're not out there doing it, all you're doing is causing destruction. you being a detriment to somebody. And that's not fair to the people who's out here actually putting in the work. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below, share it with the world. And I want to thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you nothing but maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us here. If you'd like to support the channel monetarily, you can give super thanks, super chat, super stickers, or you can go to the description box. There are links there you can click on to help support us financially there. Don't forget to go to marlonmorale.com. That's marlonmorale.com, where you can get 10% off your first purchase of all our luxury items. I promise you will not be disappointed. And if you want to take advantage of a sale we having right now on a miniature beard kit, hit the shop button. We have a sale on our sandalwood beard kit. It contains beard oil, beard balm, beard wash, and sandalwood is clinically proven to help stimulate hair follicle growth. So whether you're trying to start growing your beard or you're trying to fill in the patches and want to look fuller, why not use the best product on the market? With that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.